This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? You'd really appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. This week takes me to Goodwill, as well as one of my favorite pawn shops, Cash America. Found some pretty cool pickups here, some Disney pickups. I have a DVD, out of print DVD that I was actually looking for. Also have this rare out of print raunchy 80s comedy. So, and also have this Plan D 3D pickup. So have some bangers in here. But before I get into what I picked up at the pawn shop and at Goodwill, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either physical media, streaming on the Fire Stick, or actually live in the theater with my family. My first pick is a 2015 drama thriller, Desierto. This is directed and written by Jonas Cuarón, produced by Lucas Akoskin. This stars Gael Garcia Bernal, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You might know him from The Walking Dead. He also played the father of Sam and Dean on Supernatural. Alejandro Delgado, Diego Cantano, and Marco Perez. The plot behind this: a group of Mexican immigrants attempt to cross the Mexican-U.S. border. What begins as a hopeful journey becomes a harrowing, bloody, and primal fight for survival when a deranged, rifle-toting vigilante and his loyal dog chase a group of unarmed men and women through the treacherous borderland. In the harsh, unforgiving desert terrain, the odds are stacked firmly against them as they discover there's nowhere to hide from the unrelenting, merciless killer. And basic plot, again, these immigrants are trying to get over to the U.S. illegally. Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays an excellent villain. I don't know if that's just naturally his personality, though, but his whole demeanor is just really dark and just very relentless against these people he doesn't even know. It's action, but it's more thriller type action though, so it's not like a lot of gunplay or anything like that. It's basically people trying to hide from this maniac. So if you like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, if you like that kind of tense drama, definitely check out 2015 Desierto. My next pick is a 2025 American buddy comedy film, One of Them Days. This stars Keke Palmer, SZA. This was directed by Lawrence Lamont, written by Sharita Singleton, produced by Issa Rae. The plot behind this: waitress Drew Jones and aspiring artist Alyssa live together along with Alyssa's boyfriend Kayshawn, in a rundown apartment complex under a strict landlord. When the first of the month arrived, their landlord demands their rent money of $1,500, stating that they will be evicted unless they pay by 6 p.m., even though both Drew and Alyssa thought it was already paid. And this has a extremely strong Friday feel. Everything's pretty much happening in one day, or a pretty much constrained point of time. SZA and Keke Palmer, two very attractive young ladies, very charismatic, look very good on the screen. As far as the comedy, in comparing it to Friday, the comedy wasn't as hard-hitting as I would have liked to have been. There were some funny scenes, more smiling scenes. It's a overall good feeling movie though, but I wish the comedy would have hit a little bit harder. I love the soundtrack, very cool soundtrack. But again, fun picture, but I just wish the comedy would have hit a little bit harder. This is the 2025 American buddy comedy, One of Them Days. My next pick is a 2018 action crime drama thriller, Galveston. This was directed by Melanie Laurent, produced by Dexter Braff, written by Nick Pizzolatto. This stars Ben Foster, Jeffrey Glover, Christopher Amatrano, Mark Hicks, Maria Valverde, and Ellie Fanning. The plot behind this: after a violent encounter, Roy finds Rocky and sees something in her eyes that prompts a fateful decision. He takes her with him as he flees to Galveston in action as ill-advised as inescapable. And it's more of a thriller than action. Ellie Fanning and Ben Foster pretty much carry the movie. Great performances. And it has a little twist at the end, which you kind of are clued in around 3/4 of the movie, though. So if you're looking for a really high action picture, it's not that, though. But if you're looking for more for suspenseful thriller, definitely check out 2018 Galveston. I believe I picked up the DVD at Dollar Tree and the Blu-ray at Hamilton Bookstore. I think it was $3 or $4. My last pick is a 2020 comedy crime drama, Zola. This is directed and written by Janiska Bravo, produced by Kara Baker. This stars Taylor Page, Riley Keough, Nisi Sufrant, Nasir Rahim, and Amelia Rose Monteagudo. The plot behind this: a waitress agrees to accompany an exotic dancer, her put-upon boyfriend, and her mysterious and domineering roommate on a road trip to Florida to seek the fortune as a high-end stripper club. And this is really a good movie. I was really surprised. My initial reason for watching this, when I was looking up a list of spring break movies, this came up. It's not a spring break movie. It takes place in Tampa, so it's pretty cool seeing some of the streets that you know around there. But it's dark comedy. Kind of has a little bit of a Go feeling. If you've seen that movie Go, kind of has like a lot of this taking place in a short period of time. And it's little quirky things like their time in the bathroom when they have a split scene and how each of them kind of goes to the bathroom. Very funny, very original, and we'll love to see more from both actresses. Both actresses did very well, both very attractive, and again, we'll love to see them and love to see more from this writer and director. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. And you can enjoy this pizza that my wife is making. One is vegetarian, one is meat. Okay, back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my Goodwill pickups here. Have some pickups from Cash America. Have a very out of print 20th Century Fox release from the 80s. Have my classic pick. Have a Plan D 3D pick. So got some bangers in here. So let me get these scanned in and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm gonna jump into what I picked up at Goodwill. And I believe one of these was mismarked. I have the illusion or delusion that it might be dropping the price in the Blu-rays. I think one was just mispriced. But I'm going to kick it off with something I have on 4K. I had a DVD, but I believe there was a scratch on the DVD, wouldn't play at a certain point. Classic hip-hop. I remember this scene quite well. He was talking about hip-hop, and he was just like, he just seemed so down. This is when he and Tupac were going back at it. He's like, it's supposed to be fun, and people doing this and that. Very good documentary. The Show, and this is a TriStar Columbia pick, and $2. The Show. Next, in the same vein of hip hop, we have Jay-Z Fade to Black tour, with some bangers on here: Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly, Foxy Brown, Common, Ghostface, Missy, Funkmaster Flex, Timbaland, Kanye, Slick Rick, Q-Tip, Twista, Pharrell. So I don't believe I've seen this. If I've seen it so long ago, I don't think I have a bootleg of this. So very happy to add this to the collection. This is a Paramount release. $1.98. Jay-Z Fade to Black. Next, I have some Disney pickups here to add to my Buddies Disney collection, Santa Buddies. Haven't watched any of these. I'm sure they're cute with the little cute doggies and all that. $3.98. The Blu-ray and the DVD. Santa Buddies by Disney. And this is the one that led me to think that they might be lowering their Blu-ray price. Only pay $1.98. The Kid Who Would Be King. And essentially what this is the King Arthur story. That's all it is. King Arthur story retold with children, well, kids, young adults. The 20th Century Fox release. Decent movie though, very decent watch. I enjoyed watching this. What is this? The Training Like a Knight. I love little extras like this. And if you think this is enough to get you through a sword fight, yeah, go try that. And the medieval code cracker. Very cool. Kid Who Would Be King. And this is a 20th Century Fox release. So who knows, this might be going out of print. And this one I picked up at Goodwill. And let me see, I have the receipt in here somewhere. I think I misplaced the receipt. Oh, nope, I had the receipt right here. And I paid a whopping $10.57 with tax and all that. So 2 Blu-rays, one with the slipcover, and 2 classic hip-hop joints, The Show and Jay-Z. That's what I picked up at Goodwill. Now, for my favorite watering hole for picking up DVDs and Blu-rays, we kick it off with a snap pack, a snap case. If you know why they call it snap case, it's because it snaps. And I like the Brat Pack. It's just, I like their style, the whole look, the semi-gangster with Fred Astaire, Sammy Dean, and you can kind of, the Ocean's 11 cast, that's kind of like a representation of a new version of the Brat Pack. But this is the original. Never seen this as an HBO release. Looks interesting, and I love Don Cheadle. So this is I think it's Warner Brother HBO, but I guess for the sake of this, it's just HBO release. The Rat Pack, Ray Liotta, Don Cheadle, Joe Mantegna. Next, we have an old horror sci-fi, Call. And I don't think I've seen this. I have this on, I think, on a 4-pack. so it's compressed. So I'm glad to have it just on one disc, so it's not that compressed. You have Rod Taylor, Sean Patrick Flannery from the Boondock Boys. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check out that movie. It's a Sony release. Caw. I guess it's in the vein of the birds or bats or something like that. Caw. Caw, caw. Next, you have some Blu-rays I picked up. Stuber, very funny movie. I was actually surprised. I think I mentioned this in one of the movies I watched for the week. Kumail Nanjiani, funny straight man. Dave Bautista, well, I don't know who's the straight man in this. I guess Dave Bautista would be the straight man. He'll be the funny guy, I guess. So, funny movie. A lot of funny one-liners, a lot of funny scenes. They have a great chemistry together. Definitely check this out. Again, 20th Street Fox, so you don't know what's going to happen with that. Stuber. And a movie I've been looking for that they've just recently put on 4K. I doubt if I get the 4K unless I find it at the pawn shop. Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Aikman, Galaxy Quest. It's a pretty good spoof on sci-fi movies. And they have Sigourney looking a little hot to trot in here. It's a Paramount release, Galaxy Quest. And for these, 2 Blu-rays and 2 DVDs. Well, there's actually one more DVD. That's my classic pick for the week. I'll show that in just a second. Well, I'll show it right now. The third movie, which is my classic pick for the week, Iron Eagle. Louis Gossett Jr., may he rest in peace, and Jason Gedrick. I don't know whatever happened to him. And this is a TriStar release. And I think they might have a Blu-ray release for this. I don't know if they have the Blu-ray, an American Blu-ray for Iron Eagle 2 and Iron Eagle 3. And stay tuned on this channel. You might see those pop up. A nice little menu card here. So essentially for these 3 DVDs and 2 Blu-rays, I paid a whopping $586. So yes, I'm still balling out of budget. My out of print pick for the week, Porky's. I kind of grew up with this. 20th Century Fox release. You can still get this on eBay, I think, for like $30. And that's about, I paid $26 with tax and everything. I think it turned out to be $33. A little bit more than what I like to pay for Blu-rays though. But with the way the DVD and Blu-ray industry is going, I don't know if I'll see this again on a 4K or if they'll re-release this. So I figured I'd pick it up now. Porky's. And my 3D pick for the week, 3D 4. And this is actually pretty cool. It has some Superman old comic episodes and Radar Man from the Moon. I just checked it out real quick. The 3D looks legit. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of pop-outs, but it has a nice depth to it. And the black and white, it kind of suits the black and white in 3D. It's a very cool way to watch old classic movies. And I think this is just an episode of Radar Man from the Moon, because I think there's like about 50 episodes to it, so I think this might just be an episode. I'm not positive. 3D 4, my 3D pick for the week. And this is what I picked up. This is my Goodwill pawn shop pick for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the art from the disc and the plastic so I can make room for all these movies. So let me get these scanned in and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I have almost everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Charlie's Angels, L is in the Limey, Z is in Zardoz. That's not, oh, what I didn't get scanned in is this because there is no barcode and this isn't on their list. So I'll probably have to put that in manually. All right, let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far, smash a like. Give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.